Hi everyone! It has been so long since I've done a palette bingo, so that is what I want to do today, but I want to put a little bit of a spin on it. I don't know if you guys saw my roulette video that went up a couple days ago, maybe a week ago, I don't remember. But I did a roulette video where I basically said that I put every single item in my makeup collection into this app called Tiny Decisions. So I've also put all my single shadows into this app. So I want to do a palette bingo today with my single shadows. And the way that I've kind of organized them into my app, because I didn't want them all to be bunched up into the same category, is that I've done shimmers in one category and mattes in another category. So I'm going to choose 6 shades today, I think. So I want to do, let's do 3 mattes and 3 shimmers just for fun. Or maybe I should do 4 mattes and 2 shimmers. Let's do 4 mattes and 2 shimmers. I think that could be more interesting. So I'm going to pull up my app and then we're going to draw all the shades that I'm going to use. I will pull them out, I will swatch them for you, and then I will see if I can figure out something fun to do with them after. Alright, let's start off with a matte shade and see what we get. Alright, that is one that I don't think I've used before, so let me go grab that one. Alright, so here is Anastasia by Devinah. Alright, let's pick another one. Oh, interesting. So I have not used a MAC shadow in, I don't even remember when, so let me grab that one. So here we got this one. Let's draw again. Wow, another coral. This is going to be a very corally look. Here is the Colourpop shade. I will show them all together after I've done drawing them all because it's just easier that way. Next up we have another MAC shadow. And that is this one. I actually don't really like the shadow. I don't think it performs very well, but we'll find a way to make it work. So this is what we have got so far. I'm going to draw 2 shimmers now and see where we end up. And the first shimmer is going to be Devinah Chimerical. I feel like I just used that one. Yep, I sure did. And let's draw the last shade. This is what's really going to make or break this look, I feel like. Ooh, that could be kind of pretty. So why I wrote blue-green on this one, I am not really sure because I'm not seeing much. Oh, maybe there is some blue when I look in the viewfinder. So let me put this all together. This is actually such an interesting color story. I am excited about this. These go so well together. So yeah, let me swatch these out so you can see what they look like. So I'll put the names up on the screen for you so I don't have to pull these out again because I do not remember the names. So this shade is just awful. I am sorry, MAC. So this is the color story that we are working with. So I think I'm going to start off by just packing this neon shade into my inner corner and try to get a lot of pigment out of this. I'm not sure I'll be able to because this shadow is just not very good. So it's looking okay when I first put it down, but we will see how it performs when I'm done with the rest of the eye look because I feel like there might not be a lot left of it. This is like so exciting to me though because it's such a good way for me to really dive into my singles collection and use a little bit of everything, which is probably something that I normally wouldn't do because I would probably try to stick within one brand so that, you know, I can try to do a review or something on it. But this is fun to just like sit down and play and really be able to try out the things that I have that I normally wouldn't reach for. So I definitely would not recommend this shadow if you were looking for a neon lime green. I would definitely go for the one in the Juvias Place Tri palette. That one is way better. And I think I'm just going to do kind of an obvious look with these colors, I suppose. So I'm first going to take the, oh shit. So I think this look is going to be like pretty obvious, but I guess I'll just be using these 2 mattes, right? Oh my god. So I think what I'll do next is I'll take the darkest of the matte shades and I'm going to put that in my outer corners. I don't really know where I want to go with this look, but let's just take it one step at a time and kind of see where we end up. Obviously one of the shimmers are going to go on my lid because that's where they belong. And I'm not sure what I want to do with the other matte shades, but we'll figure it out. So this shadow pretty much matches my hair now that it's a little bit faded, and that's kind of cool. So I'm gonna pull this almost all the way in to meet up with that neon shade. I think next I'm gonna dip into this mustardy yellow shade, and I'm going to use that one to kind of blend this out with. And this is my Luxie 231 brush. I like this brush for this. It's really, really good and nice and pointy and precise, and the shadow just... It's taken a lot to build this up. Wait, what brand is this again? Devinah. I guess I just don't like Devinah's matte formulas. I don't know. Let me know how you feel about Devinah's mattes if you've tried them. I did do a video on them a couple of days ago, and I really was not impressed with the mattes that I tried in that video either, so a little bit disappointing that I just don't really feel like they live up to the hype that I've heard about the brand, but I guess most people are always just talking about their shimmers and not about their mattes, but I'm kind of surprised I haven't heard anybody talk about their mattes at all, because I don't find them to be very good. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't know, they're just very powdery and they just don't really have that much pigmentation when you go in and try to blend with them. They're okay on their own if you just put them down as one color, but let's be real here, who does that? I'm having such a hard time getting pigmentation out of this, and I also find that the shadow that I first put down is fading a little bit, so I'm gonna go in with a bit more of that. Alright, let's try a little bit more of that mustard shade now. I'm like, where are you? I don't see you, honey. It'd be nice if you showed up to the party. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that is just not a good shadow. Lastly, for the MAC shades, I'm gonna... Oh my goodness, this is going to happen so many times. MAC shadows just do not want to stick into magnetic palettes at all, for whatever reason. So I'm next gonna go in with the matte shadow that I have not used yet, and I'm going to put that on the outer parts of my lower lash line. It's funny, this shadow is like a mix between the two that I just used. Basically, if you mix those two together, you'd probably get this shade. But this one is beautiful. This one is doing a lot better than the other two mattes. I'm also taking a bit more of that mustard shade. I don't know why, because it probably won't even show up, but I'm just putting that like slightly underneath and kind of using it to blend out the one that I just put down, and also to just connect the outer corner a bit more. So what I'm going to do with the last shade is I'm going to put the darkest of the green shade, this one right here, on the top part of my lid, and then I'm going to go in with the lighter one like in the first half of my lower lash line. So let's try that and see how that turns out. So I'm not sure where exactly my camera shut off, but I was saying that I am not going to be wrapping this down to my lower lash line. I'm going to keep it just on the lid, and I really, really love this Clionadh shadow. I really like all the Clionadh shimmer shadows actually, they're so beautiful. And I'm just going to be fading this into the outer corner. Just like so. I'm gonna go in with a bit more of that dark matte shade and just gently tap that over where the shimmer stops and try to blend these in a little bit more. And lastly, I'm going to take the Devinah shade and I'm going to put that right down on my lower lash line right here. I'm just meeting it up with the coral shade that I have on the outer part of my lower lash line. And I'm again going to go in with a bit more of that matte and just bring back this color a bit. I'm also going to go in with a bit more of that neon shade and see if I can manage to pack any more into my inner corner, because I just feel like there is not a lot of color there. So it's helping a little bit, but I do definitely wish that the shadow was a little bit more popping than it is. Alright, I am going to call this good for shadow, so I'm going to go finish up the rest of my eyes and then I'll come back and we can put on a lipstick and kind of sum up how I feel like this palette bingo went. Okay, so I know I'm back a little too soon, but before I do anything else, I did put Freak by Urban Decay in my waterline, which is just a metallic green, but I actually want to use this glitter, which is from Lemonhead. And this is one that I got at IMATS, and I figure I could put a little bit of this maybe into my inner corner just to kind of brighten this up a little bit. So this is a glitter gel. I have yet to use this. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this on a lip brush, and I'm going to try to put that like right over where I put down that lime shade. Wow. So this is quite beautiful. So I'm not really sure if putting this right next to my eye is a good idea. I'm not sure, like, I'm pretty sure they say it's eye safe, but it's probably not because it's a glitter, but it's really beautiful. So I'm pretty okay with this. Alright, so this is a little bit more exciting. I'm going to go put on some mascara now and I'll be right back. Alright, so mascara is on. This is not the favorite look that I've ever done in a palette bingo. I just felt like the shadows just did not perform that well, especially the mattes. Kind of disappointed in all of them, to be honest, but obviously the shimmers are everything. I love a good shimmer. So I think for lips, I'm just going to keep it kind of simple today, and I'm going to use my Revlon Color Stay lip liner in Rose, or Rose, I'm not sure which one because it has both spellings on it. And because my lips are so dry right now, I'm just going to use a gloss. So I'm going to go in with this Ultra Glossy lip from Colourpop in the shade Brown Midnight. Alright, so here's the finished look. Let me know down below what you think. I feel like this is a very summery and fun look, and I'm not really feeling in that mood right now because it's winter and it's hella cold out, but let me know if you want to see more palette bingos kind of like this when I play with my single shadows instead of just being restricted to palettes. But obviously I love doing them both ways, and this is just a fun way for me to kind of dig into my singles collection and still be able to film it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you are new to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next video.